please subscribe my channel, do like and comment.
The Hiker's Tale. It had been a long, hard week at work, and I was looking forward to a weekend of hiking with my boyfriend. We'd been planning the trip for weeks, and I couldn't wait to get away from the city and into the wilderness. The first day of our trip was uneventful, but as the sun began to set and the shadows began to lengthen, I started to feel a strange sense of unease. I tried to shrug it off and enjoy the beauty of the landscape, but as the night drew in, the feeling only grew stronger. I tried to shrug it off and enjoy the beauty of the landscape, but as the night drew in, the feeling only grew stronger. My boyfriend and I kept hiking, but the further we went, the more I felt like something was watching us. I kept glancing around nervously, but I could never see anything out of the ordinary. I tried to convince myself that it was just my imagination, but the feeling persisted. Finally, as the moon began to rise, we reached the edge of a small lake. We decided to take a break and rest for a while, but as we did, I noticed something in the lake. It looked like a figure, but it was too far away to make out any details. I pointed it out to my boyfriend, and his eyes widened in surprise. He said it was probably just a log or a rock, but I could tell that he was worried. We decided to keep going and find a place to camp for the night. As we made our way around the lake, I kept glancing back at the figure. It seemed to be following us, but I couldn't tell if it was a person or something else. The feeling of unease only grew stronger, and I began to feel like we were being watched. Finally, we found a clearing in the woods and decided to set up camp. We built a fire and settled in for the night, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was out there. I kept glancing around nervously, but I could never make out any details in the darkness. Just as I was beginning to drift off to sleep, I heard a noise coming from the lake. I sat up and looked out into the darkness, but I couldn't see anything. I was about to go back to sleep when I heard the noise again. This time, I could make out a faint figure moving across the lake. I shook my boyfriend awake, and we watched in horror as a grotesque figure emerged from the lake. Its face was pale and its eyes were black. It moved with a strange, lurching gait, and it seemed to be heading right for our camp. My boyfriend grabbed a nearby branch and held it up like a torch, and the figure stopped and stared at us. We stared back, our hearts pounding, and after a moment, it slowly turned away and disappeared into the darkness. We spent the rest of the night huddled around the fire, too scared to sleep, and when morning finally came, we packed up our things and headed back to the city as fast as we could. We never spoke about what we had seen that night, but I know that we both still think about it. I don't know what it was, but I know that it will haunt me forever.
Please subscribe my channel, do like and comment.
Once upon a time, there was a young couple deeply in love. They had been together for years, and nobody thought their love could ever be broken. One summer, the couple decided to go on a camping trip together. Little did they know that this would be the last time they would ever be together. On their way to the campground, they stopped at a small convenience store to buy some snacks. While in the store, the young man noticed an old, dusty bottle of Sprite. He thought it would be fun to drink it, so he bought it. Little did he know, that bottle of Sprite was cursed. As soon as he took a sip, the young man was overcome with an intense feeling of sorrow and regret. He felt like he had made a huge mistake, and that he could never be forgiven. The young woman noticed the change in her lover's demeanor and asked him what was wrong. He told her that he felt like he had made a huge mistake and that he could never be forgiven. The young woman was heartbroken and she tried to comfort her lover, but he was inconsolable. He told her that he had been cursed by the Sprite, and that he could never love her again. The young woman was devastated, but she knew that she could not change his mind. She decided to leave him and go back home, with tears streaming down her face.
Please subscribe my channel, do like and comment.